Hello, the topic of my dissertation is Effectiveness of Recruitment and Selection, a case study of a Chinese company. And I will introduce it from five aspects, including introduction, literature review, methodology, findings, and conclusion. The first part, I will introduce definition of selection and recruitment. As for the recruitment, it is a process of attracting qualified candidates. In this way, interviews can choose the best staff for the organization. And selection is a process of choosing suitable candidates. And after that, they can make decisions about whether to employ these candidates or not. There are some reasons why I choose this topic. Because traditionally people prefer to find the best candidates for the organization, but nowadays there is a tendency that they prefer to find the suitable candidates for the company. And Lowers and Christopher Brown has put forward a theory, and it can be categorized into two parts, including PO fit and PG fit. PO fit refers to the person and the organization fit. For example, these candidates should agree with the culture of the organization, and the PG fit refers to the person and the job fit. It means there is only needed the ability to do the job, but also needs the categories to keep in the position for a long period. And my interest in this area is the efficiency of the recruitment and selection, and I will analyze it from three aspects. The first one is analyze the process of recruitment and selection. The second part is I will evaluate the efficiency of this company, and after that I can figure out some limitations and put forward some suggestions. The second part is I will introduce the literature review. The first one is the process of recruitment and selection. Before the process, job analysis and job description is very important because from these interviews can know which kind of candidates are needed. And during the process of recruitment and selection, there are a lot of ways to select and recruitment candidates. And the third part is after the process of recruitment and selection, there will be induction and assessment. Induction is a very good way for new employees to have a better integration into the organization. And the assessment is also very important because after these HR managers can find out some limitations and make some adjustments. And then I will introduce ways of recruitment. It can be categorized into two parts, including internal recruitment and external recruitment. Internal recruitment is often related to job promotion. And as for the external recruitment, e-recruitment is the most frequently used recruitment method. And referring to the methods of selection, it can be divided into four parts, including curriculum writing, psychological tests, interviews, and reference. And actually, the interviews is the most frequently used way for selection. And according to Siller 2003, he refers that interviews is a conversation with a purpose. So from this, interviews can have a better understanding of their categories, and not just for the abilities. And the last one is the efficiency. Actually, it is related to three elements, including matching, validity, and reliability. Matching is, I have referred it before. It can be categorized into two parts, PO fit and PG fit. And the validation it means interviews can receive the best candidates and reject the poor ones. And here are some types of the validity. And the last one is reliability. It consists of unchangeable, stable attributes. After that, HR managers can repeat the process of recruitment and selection. The third part is methodology. First, this decision will designed from the aspect of explanatory aspect, because it can explain the phenomena with a given data, and it will conduct as a deductive way. It means it can analyze phenomena from the general to the specific, and it can often apply to smaller study area. And here is the ways of collecting data. Because I have used two methods, including semi-structured interview and questionnaires. As for the questionnaire, I can collect data in the form of numbers, that is quantitative way. And as for the semi-structured interview, I can understand actions and meanings in their social content. So this is the qualitative way. So this tradition has used the combination of quantitative and qualitative approach. The third one is methodology. This tradition will use interpretivism from the aspect of subjective. So I can, the reason why I use the interpretivism, because I can know how people create and maintain their social world through careful observation of individuals in natural settings. And the reason why I choose subjective is interviews can have a discretion about which kind of questions it's going to ask, and what kind of questions, what kind of answers are conforming with the company. The first one is my findings from semi-structured interview and questionnaires. The first one is from questionnaires. From the questionnaires, data shows that 62% of participants are selected from network and internal selection, and 44% of respondents can receive feedback between 2 weeks and 3 weeks. And the last one is 48 participants think the job is moderately matching. And the last one is 44% people think the rate of retention is 44%. Here is the findings from semi-structured interview. The first one is precise. It can be divided into 4 parts. The first one is needs of new employees, and the second one is promotion from general management, and then recruitment and selection. And as for the methods, it can be divided into 2 parts: recruitment and selection. Recruitment includes internal recruitment and external recruitment. And selection, as for the selection, interviews is the most frequently used way. And the last one is the evaluation. After talking with the HR managers, and they have detailed the job description, and during the process they have done very well. And but after the process, they don't have efficient assessment. So this is a very big problem. Here is a chart from the questionnaire. From this chart, we can see that over 50% of response think the process of recruitment and selection is moderate efficient. So there is a need to increase the efficiency of the process. And here is the conclusions. This dissertation has mainly talked about these three questions. The first one is the level of efficiency, and data shows that it is moderate. And the second one is the process and the methods of recruitment and selection, which I have referred it before. And the third one is there are no limitations of the process of recruitment and selection. Here is the limitations. The first one is the process of recruitment is too long, so in this way, some very excellent applicants will apply for other companies. And the second one is there is no efficient assessment. And the third one is some interviews are not very professional, so in this way, some sectors are not satisfied with some new employees. And the last one is recruitment and selection procedure is very traditional, so there is a need to make some innovations. For example, we can give some stocks for higher level managers. In this way, they can work harder for the organization. Thank you for your listening. This is all of my dissertation. 好了。